Hello, my name is David Slinker, and welcome to Session 2 of our continued discussion about performance evaluations for student labor at Berea College. In Session 1, we discussed how the evaluation process was conceptualized and developed, and then took a look at the actual tool as it functions on our campus. Once the student labor evaluation was fully implemented, we moved into the next phase of evaluation development, allowing students a more formalized way to reflect back their overall work experiences. This evaluation, named the Labor Experience Evaluation, was seen as a missing link in our assessment process. Soliciting student responses helped us to see, to a much greater extent, the quality of learning that is taking place in student jobs across campus. Students are reflecting back a broad range of experiences that include their response to the recently conducted student labor evaluation by their work supervisor. In the labor evaluation, supervisors are asked to rate how a student has performed in several key areas of the job. In contrast, the Labor Experience Evaluation is asking students to consider how well the work experiences have helped them to develop in those key areas. Additional areas that are examined in the evaluation include relationships between work and academics, how work supports development of the 4 core general education learning goals of Berea College that include writing, speaking, research, and critical thinking. Evaluation of the individual work areas, and evaluation of the Labor Program Office and support staff. Students at Berea must have a primary work position that we track for federal participation requirements. Some students will also work secondary positions in order to work in other departments to earn extra money or to explore areas of interest. The Labor Experience Evaluation focuses on the primary position so that students are not asked to complete the evaluation multiple times. However, the secondary position does factor into a student's thinking about the overall work experience, so we will see a number of these positions referenced in the evaluation results. The Labor Experience Evaluation is maintained through smartevals.com, with all functions mirroring the student labor evaluation that is conducted by the supervisor. Like supervisors, students have an account homepage where they will see active links for any current evaluation, as well as a view of recently completed evaluations. The Labor Program Office, labor supervisors, division leaders, and the administrative offices have access to reports based on permission levels that help our college community better understand what students are saying about their work experiences. Let's take a few moments to view this evaluation tool as it functions on our campus at Berea. At a predetermined time, email notifications are sent to all students alerting them that the Labor Experience Evaluation is now open. Clicking on the link in the email will take them to a login page and then to the student's home page in the Smart Eval system. After clicking on the link, students will first view a welcome screen. Notice that the student name and job title does not appear in the header information for this evaluation. This is intentional, as we make every effort to display results in an anonymous manner. The first section is entitled Learning Through Work, and is the place where students reflect upon how their work experiences are inspiring development in areas such as attendance, accountability, and teamwork. It's important to remember that many of these are the same areas in which supervisors have just completed performance evaluations on the individual students. The section concludes with an open-ended comment box allowing for better explanation of any ratings given in this section. Section 2 focuses on the relationship between work and academics. We wanted to know if students are finding jobs that are impacting academic development in a major related area. Much to our delight, a good number of our students are indicating that this is indeed occurring. For example, a student majoring in early childhood education might secure a job working in the college child development lab or in a service organization working with children in an after-school program. Through the process, we have been made aware where we can make improvements by actively promoting the types of jobs that we have available on campus that relate to fields of interest or an academic major. We also wanted to know if what students were learning in their work areas was making them better students in the classroom by asking them to comment on the relationship between their work experience and academic studies. We specifically ask if there was anything that the student is learning, either in class or on the job, that is helping to support the other. One student responded by stating this about the work experience.
When giving written feedback on papers, I become hyper-aware of my own thinking processes as a writer. In the classroom, I am often forced to speak extemporaneously whenever a question happens to arise. This in turn sharpens my speaking abilities. As for researching, my work for GSTR 210 ensures that all I have learned about researching does not fade.
An additional set of questions relating to the 4 core general education objectives for students at Berea College was added and seeks to understand how skills learned in work are helping students become more proficient as a writer, speaker, researcher, and critical thinker. We really didn't know what to expect when we added this question, but our students surprised us by sharing back that their work is indeed fostering development in these areas. Again, a student sums it up best in a comment stating,
"Time management is the key to being able to maintain a balance between my job, academics, and sports. I believe having to be accountable to my job is helping me stay focused in my academic field."
Section 3 deals with the evaluation of the individual work area, where students answer a variety of questions related to their labor department. Some areas that are covered in this section involve questions about departmental orientations, work safety, frequency of performance feedback, training, and the effectiveness of departmental labor meetings. As with other sections, students answer an open-ended response question to further explain any ratings they had given. One action taken as a result of this information was the creation of a departmental orientation checklist that is distributed each term to our labor supervisors to help ensure that essential departmental training information and procedures are not overlooked early in the work assignment. The final section of the Labor Experience Evaluation focuses on the student satisfaction with the Labor Program Office. While most students indicate a high level of satisfaction with the program, many students will be neutral in this section. This may be explained because a majority of students simply do all that is expected and will have very little interaction with our office during their college career. For example, if the student has never been engaged in a workplace conflict, the student is unable to comment on the level of support that was given through our office to resolve it. However, we will hear from students about issues they have with common items such as first-year job placement, job searches on campus for continuing students, communication from the labor office, and the overall customer service that is extended to them. The Labor Program Office is part of the student work experience at Berea College, so it was fitting that our office and support services be included in the survey. The last question deals with how students view the overall value of the work experience. Although a first-year student may not recognize the full value of the program, seniors are very articulate about the significance of the experience after 4 years at the institution. We have found that students do begin to place a high value on what they are learning through work as they progress in their college careers. We also see this being reiterated time and time again by college alumni through post-college alumni satisfaction surveys, where alumni speak to the influence and opportunity that the labor program at Berea College has provided. It is seen as being instrumental in giving students a needed edge by providing real work experiences and by developing soft skills that employers are seeking in new hires. Reports are generated in Smart Evals and are visible by individual evaluators and system administrators, as well as others based on their permission levels. The reporting section provides a variety of reports useful to administrators, which include response rates, survey results, a system login history, and a listing of non-responders. Two main reports are visible to all others: survey results and My Focus. All reports are customizable and provide a variety of information to individual departments as well as system administrators. The following screenshots provide a sample view of reports that are generated through Smart Evals. This is an example of a custom individual labor experience evaluation report that shows scoring responses on individual questions. In contrast, manipulation of the drop-down features allow administrators to see overall school results on each question with percentages already computed. One interesting report for supervisors is the My Focus report. Based on scoring comparisons, the report shows areas for potential improvement. Because of the way students scored, the following example shows areas of the evaluation that may need attention. Supervisors would be able to customize training that would address any of these issues during the term or year. In addition, the report also indicates where students are rating areas that are identified as best in school. Reflections in these areas help us celebrate work well done and to establish best practices for a department that in turn can be shared with other departments on campus. In addition, our office prepares institutional reports each year that are prepared from the data collected from this evaluation. We are also able to prepare individual departmental assessments upon request or when a specific need warrants it. The report is produced with and without comments and contains overall results viewed both in graph and chart forms. This example chart shows response rates as well as percentages. The Smart Evals response rates report for the entire institution serves as the basis for this information. Following that, the percentages are converted into a series of pie charts that provide a visual representation and helps to clarify what the numbers actually mean. Comments are compiled and placed in supplements at the back of the report and distributed when appropriate to do so. In conclusion, we have learned that student feedback is essential for many reasons. We have discovered areas that show great success, as well as areas that need improvements. We are uncovering potential disconnects, areas where supervisors are saying one thing, while students share a differing point of view. Student reflections have helped us to write narratives that permitted the labor program to be placed under the Education Programs section for the 2011 SACS Compliance Report for Reaffirmation of Accreditation. Through this process, we have assumed the role of learner and have benefited greatly by hearing from our student colleagues. This concludes Session 2, covering the Labor Experience Evaluation conducted by students on the Berea College campus. I hope that our 2 sessions has provided you with some thoughts on evaluating student work on your campus. If you have further questions, feel free to write me, David Slinker, at training@berea.edu. Again, thanks for watching.